Ausgangspunkt für diesen Film, aber eigentlich ist es natürlich, kann man sagen, das Ergebnis einer Reise mit dem französischen Philosophen Roland Barthes im Gepäck und Chris Marc.
Okay, so yeah, somehow, because we have an international audience. So yes, he said the starting point for the film was actually to travel towards Japan with Roland Barthes and Chris Marc in his mind.
Yes, and this is the Ergebnis. What you've seen. And also now, when I saw the film tonight, I always thought that the Japanese flag was something like, also like an eye. But today I said that es sieht wie eine Retina aus, hier wie die Netzhaut. Das Rot, also die Titel vorne, sind ja wie eine Retina, wie eine Netzhaut.
So the title looked like the retina, which we have in our eyes, the back, which reflects the seeing, actually, the gaze.
Und der blinde Fleck, den man ja her hat, an dem Punkt, wo hinten, weil ich schweres Augenleiden habe, weiß ich das so genau, alles über Augen, wo hinten der Sehnerv das Auge verlässt, hat man einen blinden Fleck.
Ah, so this is what we won't see in the movie?
Yeah, we will see. We saw. Because der blinde Fleck, wenn man zum Beispiel einäugig, if you look with one eye, you don't see the blinde Fleck.
Okay. I'm so bored of you. She said,
oh yes.
How long did
yes, she was deeply bored.
She was deeply bored of you.
Yes, we were like bothering somehow them or her. Yes, with our routine of shooting every day. It's like, why are you here again? You know? So it's like, yeah.
How long did you stay in the camp?
2 weeks.
And
2 weeks.
Did you develop the whole project before? How much came when you were there? Was it scripted?
No, I don't write. So
I like it. Can you repeat this sentence for all the filmmakers here who say, are you working on your next project? Yes, I'm writing. So what do you do?
I don't write. Yes, no, we just landed into the place and with the idea of making a film. And so the whole process is made in these 2 weeks. Getting the agreement to do this, the casting, starting the shooting, think about what the film is about while the shooting is, and go back. Yeah, we would even translate after the shooting, so we would know what they were talking about, because we didn't know about the dialogues, we didn't know what was the conversations. So we would, take an improvisation, yes, but trying to understand what the film was, what was happening in the film, not to them only, also to us and to the film during the process. Yes.
You mean what happened to you as director?
Camps in Lebanon, Syria, the 3 camps. But we chose this small camp because it was easier. Because every day we would come and know the people. And if we want to find the child who is, I don't know where, we would ask the neighbors or the other children, they would get him. And it was somehow more possible to control the whole process, yes.
I mean, you have it already in the production name of your production company, it's Hybrida, it's a hybrid form you're always working on.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
It came from, I liked this concept from a long time ago, even before making films, yeah. And yes, it goes well, I think.
Yeah, it does. Thank you very much, Däwit. Thank you.
Markus Zils, Sounddesigner, Sophie Biesenbach, Drehbuchautorin und Animatorin und Fabian Triehorst, Frederik Schuld, meine Produzenten. Ich bin einer der wenigen Menschen, die echt super scheiße Englisch reden, deswegen...
No, we talked about this. Haben wir schon besprochen.
Ach so, ja, ich wollte es nur noch mal allen sagen. Ja.
I wonder who came up with the idea of the smoking angel. Wer ist denn auf die Idee gekommen mit diesem rauchenden Engel?
Also, ich weiß es gar nicht. Ich fand das immer super witzig. Ich glaube, ich und Sophie sind da drauf gekommen. Er hatte auch
both
mal
of us actually, we really pretty much liked it and thought it was really funny having the angel smoking.
Und er hatte auch mal eine größere Rolle, der Engel.
There was even a bigger part for the angel inside of the movie.
Aber das wurde irgendwie rausgestrichen.
Someone just erased it from the script.
Ja, und das ist die Geschichte zum Engel.
This is the story for the angel. But it's much more. I mean, it's about forgiveness. You said the other day that you were really interested in trying to figure out how to forgive, I guess. Ne? Du wolltest darüber das untersuchen. Willst du? Oder ist das okay? Du wolltest... Ja. Das ist ganz jung. 5 Wochen sind die beiden Eltern jetzt. Es ging dir ums Vergeben.
Ja, genau, es ging ums Vergeben. Ich bin mir aber gerade nicht sicher gewesen, ob man das mitbekommt, dass es ums Vergeben geht.
Aber ich glaube, man kann da schon so einen Kreis.
Vielleicht war ich auch so aufgeregt.
I think so. He was pretty nervous, and he wasn't sure now if he could feel that it's about forgiveness because he was just very nervous.
Ja. Ja, weil ich immer gedacht habe, so, ja, man könnte so viele Probleme regeln, indem man einfach mal sagt, ja, komm her, ich umarme dich.
Okay,
das fängt schon im Straßenverkehr an, wenn ich mit meinem Fahrrad fahre.
He thought it was so much easier in life and so much nicer if we would simply solve problems by hugging each other instead of and when you do the biking or whatever and then you scream at each other, no, it's what you're referring to, ne? Wenn man so Fahrrad fährt und dann so anmacht und so. Ja, finde ich auch.
Ja, ich glaube, das sind viele.
Ja.
Es gäbe viel weniger Probleme auf der Welt, glaube ich. Also, und das ist ja echt nur ein ganz kleiner Schritt, ne? Wie man sieht.
In between a whole life, no? Dazwischen lag ein ganzes Leben. Er sagt, it's only a little step, but I said like it's the whole life in between to understand that it might. Welcome. Where did you find this man?
It's in Chongqing, China, near Tibet, in the west of China, in the Sichuan region. And I actually looked for him for over 2 years. And a friend from Benin finally helped me to find him. And
you had heard about him? Or?
Yes, I was in China in 2012 and I had the chance to be there, and I heard about it on the newspaper. And I thought it was an interesting subject, and I wanted to understand why he did that and how it came to birth in his mind, and was it a ceremony, was it a ritual? I didn't know at the time, and I had to research on it, and to finally, after 2 years, I was able to find him and to ask him why.
And what did he say?
Well, it's a ceremony, it's a rite of spring, so before the bees are actually pollinating the fields, he does that in the first week of April in order to express in a way that there's a cut in the seasons, and with his family. And so.
I wonder, why do they stay on the body?
That's an interesting question, because he puts queens in himself. So there is 40 beehives, and he puts the queens on his body, on the cage, so you see it in the screen sometimes. But as there is an enigma, we don't know what you have to.
Yeah, strange, because I think if there's nothing on my body, then I just, fly on. But they stayed. How long did it take?
Well, it was for an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh!
Yeah.
Super fast.
Yeah. Well, for him, I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're
but
right.
I wanted to
Moms and Dad's way. How did you work, the two of you together? 1 hour and a half is not too long for DOP to find beautiful images, and you found
it's not very long, no, but with Marc we decided before precisely what kind of shots we wanted to. And it was not easy because we knew that we couldn't do it again. And so it was impossible to miss something. So we talked before a lot of time with Marc to know precisely the shots we wanted to, and then let's go.
So he doesn't do it every April?
It was more biannual, I would say, but he doesn't do it every April.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for this incredible interview. Thank you. Main protagonists. They're all here. Welcome. It was so super when it was so cold, actually, watching something so unexpected from the United States of America. No? I mean, so open.
Thank you.
It's based on true events.
Well, I did name the character after myself, so it has it's
Inspired?
Let me start over. My character, it's a fictional composite based on several friendships I've had. So I'm often friends with people who are more natural leaders or an outgoing type, and I was interested in exploring the psychology behind the leader-follower dynamic and what each side got out of it. So,
Do you agree?
yeah.
Yeah?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
You were the leader, no? Weren't you in this piece?
Yeah, but I think that the thing that drew me was that actually the complication in many friendships, I would say, but between these two were that Isabel had her own issues of power. Like, I mean, it seems as if Isabel has the power, and yet in Isabel's mind, Joanna has some power. And so that was really interesting for me to play with, though subtle.
Super intellectual movie, but quite sensual on the other hand. How did you direct it? I mean, you were the main actress. How did you direct it? A lot of rehearsal?
Yeah, we had a pretty extensive rehearsal process. We started a couple months before. We just did a few, but I would actually film the rehearsals to get a sense of how it was going and what kind of direction I wanted it to go. And then I also actually had an acting coach for myself, Marc, who was the film's consulting producer also. And so it was helpful to have an outside perspective since it's hard to direct yourself completely.
How did it feel for you in the middle of these two ladies?
Well, luckily while we were doing it, I wasn't really imagining it was going to be on a screen this big when it played. I mean, we got comfortable beforehand, so it was weird, but it was good.
I guess it is. Thank you very much. Matthias Wermke. Only the two of you. Sounds great. Welcome. Hey. Why the Brooklyn Bridge?
Why not? Now it has a really interesting history, the Brooklyn Bridge. It's built by a German architect, John August Roebling, and there are a lot of connections to Germany actually, and it's just a really, really nice architectural building.
So you thought it's so wonderful, we want to climb that one?
No, we do artistic projects since the last 10, 15 years, like trying to discover the boundaries of public space. So this is, how to explain? This is what we do usually,
I think it's not about climbing. It's maybe more about like raising some questions or putting up a gesture and getting up there as part of this.
Yeah, it's clear that it's about something more than this, so that was why I wanted to know why you went so far, actually. You said in an interview you never expected it to be such a thing. Did you think about it, or was it...
Oh yeah, we thought a lot about this. I mean, we planned this project it started, the idea we got in 2007 when we've been together there for the first time. And it took us a couple of years to find a way to do this. It's not about the movie in the end, it's about the project and the intervention in New York. This building just attracted our mind and all the historical parts, and also the whole the way the city worked for us, since we do this in most of at least a lot of international big cities. And it attracted us because we felt when we've been there, just like de Blasio said, the city and this cultural history of the city attracted us, and we felt when we've been there for the first time that somehow it's gone. People were really afraid of doing or to cross boundaries. Somehow also the artists that we met, and we felt like it shouldn't happen to us that we
were afraid.
Exactly. So somehow.
And it is also like a really big loss of the city because it has a very rich history in uncommissioned art in public space. So with this gesture, we also try to encourage people, to do arts. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a wonderful final phrase for tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wonderful. We want to start. You? Yeah. So just push a little bit to the side.